All right, collective, let's get into a reading. So I'm about to get ready for the day. I feel like I've said that 6 times. And before I do, I actually want to do a reading for you guys. So I started hearing the song A Whole New World singing. So there could be a whole new world opening up to you, or there could be a whole new version of you like bursting forth, coming into reality. This could be a version of you that's more connected to your intuition, or this could just be a version of you that now trusts yourself more in a way that you haven't maybe ever in your lifetime, okay? Yeah, I'm definitely saying that some of you, there's going to be someone that admires you coming forth. They're going to give you clarity where you once didn't have clarity. Now, this could have been a difficult relationship. You might not know that this person still admires you, even though it was a difficult relationship or it didn't work out. This person could be telling you, you know, I still think really highly of you. I know that me and you couldn't figure it out in high school, or I know me and you couldn't figure it out 4 years ago, but I've always thought highly of you. I think you're amazing. Now, you might find out that this person also has, not only just admires you as a person and thinks highly of you, but that they can still be interested in you, okay? Just so you know. So as a new version of you is coming forth, there could be clarity that the universe feels that you deserve or feels that you need so you can continue forward. And that could mean accepting things that you wanted, never thought you were going to accept, whether these are new things or past things. These could even be opportunities you never thought would come your way. So some of you, I feel like you're going to get an opportunity that you never thought would come your way. This could be a promotion. You know, maybe some of you, you think that you can't be a parent. You think that you can't have children as a man, or you can't have children as a woman, but you might find out in your far future that that is actually not the case. Some of you could even have a blue-eyed baby, just so you know. I definitely see opportunities being open to you that you never thought would be possible. Some of you, you could be struggling with weight loss, and here in the future, you might find something that works for you in a way that nothing ever has, and it's going to be very beneficial. Okay, give me a little bit more for the new you that's emerging. Hey guys, I want to take a quick break and say thank you to today's sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is one of the oldest and most trusted psychic services in the industry. Their journey began over 35 years ago. With Psychic Source, you are able to connect with a professional, gifted advisor, however you feel the most comfortable, whether this is text, video chat, or phone call. Their advisors are committed to hope, healing, and empowering you. And their commitment when it comes to professionalism and ethical standards sets them apart from their competitors. Each advisor on Psychic Source adheres to a comprehensive code of ethics, which will guarantee a positive and uplifting experience for every person seeking some sort of wisdom, clarity, or guidance. If you're not happy with your reading through Psychic Source, it will be absolutely free. That's one of the best things about Psychic Source. Not only do they have a 24/7 customer care that is not outsourced, but you also have a money-back guarantee. So let's say that you have a reading and you're not completely satisfied. You can reach out to that 24/7 customer care service and get your money-back guarantee. And I really enjoy Psychic Source. There's times where I feel confused, unsure. I need clarity. We all need clarity sometimes, including me. And Psychic Source can really come in and help me get connected back to my intuition. It's kind of like they say the things that I've always knew. They say the things that I knew deep down. I just needed someone to say it to me, to connect me back to my intuition. And that's where Psychic Source comes in. Again, with that money back guarantee, what do you have to lose? So today, guys, I actually have a link that's going to be in the description, in the comment section, and actually on the screen. And with this link specifically, you can get 40 minutes with Psychic Source for only $19.80. Now that is a $240 value. And another good part about this, guys, is let's say you get an advisor with your 40 minutes and you don't really mesh with that advisor, you can hold off, use 10 minutes with that advisor, decide, okay, this isn't the session for me. You can cut that session down and take your 30 minutes that you have, that you've done paid your $19.80 with and use it on a different advisor. So that's one of the best things about Psychic Source is they really do give the client, the customer, the ability to be completely satisfied. So guys, again, if you would like to check it out, I have a link in the description, in the comment section, and on the screen. And if there is a code to use, I will have that down there as well. So again, guys, 40 minutes for only $19.80. If you would like to jump on that with your money back guarantee, you can find it down below. Thank you again, Psychic Source, for sponsoring today's video. And thank you guys for being subscribers, for liking, commenting, sharing. Because of you, this is possible and these opportunities are being brought to the channel. So I can't say thank you enough. All right, let's get back to the reading. Yeah, working hard. So I see you working hard. I see some sort of image being perceived. So you're being perceived as someone who's hardworking, someone who is dedicated. There could be something here about eye contact as well. So you could be someone who really enjoys eye contact, or eye contact could be something that you specialize in. Because I feel like you either are an eye contact kind of person or you ain't. And I feel like for you, you are. So I definitely see, so this new you that's coming forth is going to be someone where you're going to find a very harmonious way of life. So have you ever met someone that just feels like they have it figured out? And you're like, how do you have it figured out? Like, you've got 2 babies. How do you juggle that? You just know your husband. How do you deal with him like that? There's something here where you're going to be perceived as someone who's very like in tune. You've got your rhythm. You've got your balance. You're going to be viewed as someone who's walking in your path. And Spirit's telling you that you need to keep doing what you're doing. I see that you have recently maybe blocked someone or multiple people. I see that you have cut off contact with maybe someone or certain people. And I see that you've went through the grieving process of that. Some of you could have had to go through a season of feeling lonely. Some of you could have had to process the heartbreak. But I'm saying that once that has been kind of conquered, that you're going to keep going in the right direction. And I think you're going to feel better, because it's an energy of, for a new you to come forth, kind of like the phoenix rising. You have to allow things to be let go of that are no longer serving you. You have to grieve those. You have to release those and realize that better things are in store for you. And I feel like part of this journey, part of this new you, was you building a deep trust within yourself and really being in tune with not just what you want, but the actions that you need to take to get you there. And I think some of you really had to make hard choices, quitting jobs you didn't want to quit, betting on yourself when everything was honestly against you. You know, this could be, maybe some of you did something crazy, like you quit your damn job, you didn't have nothing lined up. People told you you were crazy. You crazy. You are not moving to Hollywood and thinking you're making it. You delulu. But you could have done it. You could have built this deep trust within yourself that when you know, that when you should take a leap, you should take a leap. And what I'm saying is that it really aligns you to your path more in a way that I don't think you even know. And I think that when you look back, and let's say you did move to Hollywood, you had to process a sense of being lonely. You didn't know nobody there. You were as lonely could be. You had no friends, no family, nobody. And in Hollywood, there's a sense of cliques. So getting into those cliques is almost impossible as well. You could have had to process a lot of heartbreak around the fact that you might fail, heartbreak around the fact that they actually might be right. Their useless opinions might be facts. You had to process the fact that you felt deeply lonely in a whole new environment that, yeah, you felt called to, but you also feel so small in such a big world. And I'm definitely seeing that all of this worked for you, but I'm seeing that for a while you felt that it was working against you. It was like, I don't get it, universe. I'm seeing someone really just crying in tears and begging for some sort of clarity. Give me clarity, give me truth, show me how this is working for me. Now give me what it's bringing you. It's bringing you happiness. It's going to bring you deep connections, deep fulfillment. So whatever you're about to get, or whatever you are getting, is going to be lasting. So again, let's say that this is you betting on yourself and moving to Hollywood. I know that's a random example, but we're going to stay with it. This could be getting that one job, and it's like, I got my foot in the door. And what you might not know is that, yeah, those ups and downs, they were hell. It felt like a roller coaster. It felt like you were in a season of just erratic energy. Nothing's peaceful, nothing's calm. This is crazy. But what I'm saying is, like, once you got your foot in the door, it led to so much more. So let's say that you're in the middle of that chaos right now. You've just moved to Hollywood and you're like, Danielle, I don't get it. I'm crying every night. I feel so lonely. I had to leave everyone and everything behind. I don't even know if what I did was right. I'm questioning. This is Spirit telling you that in a few years from now, I seen the number 4 to 5. You're going to look back and go, wow, I know I was meant to move here. And what you might notice is when you look around, you're going to be in an amazing apartment or home. You're going to have a sweet little baby rescue dog that you would have never rescued if you wouldn't have moved to LA and Hollywood. And maybe you found that baby on the side of the street one day when you were so lonely and heartbroken inside, and you decided to go for a walk, and that was the same moment that you found that baby that needed you, that animal, that dog. And then a few months later, you meet someone when you're going for an audition, and that becomes one of your best friends. And that best friend knows someone who knows someone that ends up being the love of your life. And it's like, sometimes we don't understand how the little things can lead us to such deep fulfillment and deep connections and lasting long-term happiness. But that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that you're going to have to go through a season of ups and downs and erratic energy, feeling like, that's what I'm saying. And then it's going to be followed by some sense of happiness, some sense of, this is what I've waited for. This is what I've worked for. Feeling just so fulfilled that you could almost cry. Some of you, you're going to end up moving. You could be taking more vacations, moving in with someone, or buying a home with someone. Again, moving states, countries. Give me more for this new you. This new you is worth this. This new you knows that if you don't forgive and forget, you're going to be nothing more than on a roller coaster of life. So, I think a lot of you are allowing things to be. Somebody screwed me over? Meh. Somebody didn't want to love me? Meh. Someone took my money, ran with it, and scammed me and took advantage? Meh. You're recognizing that holding on to grief is nothing more than something that would hurt you. And I'm saying that it's really going to work for you. This version of you was worth the wait. This part of your life was worth the wait. Better things were waiting for you. Spirit was saving you for better things. And I see you feeling complete with what you're getting, what you're going towards. See, that's what I'm saying. A new you is emerging. When you're willing to bet on yourself, bet on the life that you want, when you're willing to take the gamble and be courageous, you would be shocked at how your life would turn out. You would be shocked. And that's what I'm saying here. Being extremely happy. Now, there could be someone external to you that's holding on to a lot of grief when it comes to you and your relationship. This could be a lover, it could be a family member, it could be a friend. It could be someone who has a lot of high highs, low lows. This person could be very erratic. So let's say that you have a family member that's witnessing this new you emerging, but they're having a hard time changing, evolving, and growing. They've went the past 10, 20, 30, 40 years always doing the same thing, being the same person. That person, you might notice her coming up, might lash out towards you in anger, in resentment, just so you know. And Spirit's telling you that that's because that person's holding on to some sense of grief, and that it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them and their internal battle. And allow that to just be that. Give me more for where you're going and all the beautiful things coming towards you. You're going somewhere where only the strong and the courageous can go. Yeah, I see some sense of anxiety here. Somebody could be anxious to approach you. I am saying that. Yeah, so there could also be someone that, now let's say that you own a business and you're thinking about hiring someone. Somebody could be scared to approach you and ask for a job or a position. This could be someone you know. Because you could have this like no bullshit attitude. This could be someone who needs your help. This could, if you're single, be someone that wants to ask you out and they feel like you're kind of like, they're showing me a show that we used to have. I don't know if this is still a show in America, but it's called America's Got Talent. And there's an energy here of, okay, you're doing auditions. I want to come in and audition for this position, this part, but are you going to tell me ain't good enough? Get, you better go practice. You better go try harder next time. So there could be someone wanting to come towards you and either get a job that you have open. You could be a manager, you could be a business owner, but this could be someone who's romantically interested in you. This could also be someone who wants to be your friend, but could feel like you are either closed off or that you don't allow people into your friend group easily. And there could be an energy of feeling quite like intimidated by the fact that you might cut them off. What did I just say? Feeling intimidated about the fact that you might cut them off. Yeah. Very interesting. All right. So you have a bunch of beautiful things coming towards you. There could also be someone spying on you and seeing how much you've grown, seeing you as someone who always puts their best interest first. You always have your best interest at heart, and they're seeing how well that's worked for you. So, you know, this could just be someone that you went to school with and they've looked you up recently and they've seen how much you guys have evolved, but you've evolved differently, and they feel like you are someone who you've made good choices in life and life has done well because of your choices, and they could see that you have evolved and that you put yourself first. So there could also be an energy here where they feel like you got this like no bullshit attitude. Like, oh, I remember when we were in school, you didn't mess with Timmy. Timmy would smack you, put you in a trash can. And they could still kind of view you in that energy. They might view you as someone who, you know, maybe now you're in the army or the military and you are a lieutenant. You're someone who's in charge. I'm definitely seeing an energy of them seeing you as someone who's aligned in your life. Like you've taken the path that you wanted to take and it has served you well. Okay. All right. So I'm actually going to leave this here, guys, because I feel like if I don't, I'm going to be on this journey for a while. But yeah, I think a new you is emerging. I think this is going to be a path or a journey that's going to take place for a long time. And I see it having a lot of happiness. I see you being happy. I see you being aligned with what you want. Now, here's the thing. When I say you're going to be happy, don't think that that doesn't mean that you're not going to have some sense of sadness sometimes. You know, life is life. There are still going to be days where you're sad. There's still going to be days when you feel unworthy or like you're not getting anything that you want. But what I'm ultimately saying is that with this new you emerging is a sense of feeling complete. Recognizing that maybe things that you once felt you needed to complete you are no longer things that you need to complete you. So, you know, this could be something as simple as maybe you grew up and you were taught that having the husband, the wife, the kids, the white picket fence was what completed you. But you could recognize that that's not what completes you at all. That you're happy with your husband, your wife, your animals, your business, and your 2 children, whatever that looks like for you. And there's a sense of, I feel complete with what I have because what I have, I grew with intention. I love this. I love me. And I see a lot of like admiration coming from people around you because they see how strong you are, how dedicated you are to you, to making your life yours. And I also see an awareness here of you not being scared of growth. You're not scared of calling yourself out. You're not scared of being honest with yourself, even when it's not convenient. There's definitely a beautiful energy surrounding you in this new version of you. So I'm gonna leave it here. Bye, guys.